Get out your recipe cards because we're making quesadillas and we're cooking with Chef John Slattery from 4 Main Street Restaurant in Huntington. How you doing?
Very good. Good to see you today.
Good to see you. So we're making some quesadillas.
Yes.
They look good. That cheese looks a lot different than normal cheese. What is that kind of cheese?
That is a smoked cheddar cheese that I have smoked locally here in New England to order.
Can you smoke your own cheese?
It's a cold smoking process. It's kind of difficult. I'm sure if you did the research, you could do it yourself.
But it's probably not worth the investment. Just go out and buy some smoked cheese.
Yeah. So we got a nice smoked cheddar that we'll be using in the quesadilla.
So how do we get started?
We're going to get started. We've got a boneless, skinless chicken breast, and we're going to season it with a blend of smoky chili and cumin. And if you can't find a pre-made one like that, you can use smoked paprika and some ground cumin.
And some chili powder, or you can use roasted red chili pepper flakes.
Yep, whatever you've got in your cabinet that you like, your flavor.
And if you Google, Tex-Mex seasonings or marinades, sometimes people have all of these ingredients in their pantry already.
Just to combine them.
Yeah, and a lot of times too, if people are watching their health, I know those packets, sometimes they have a ton of salt in them. So if you can do it on your own with less salt, you're helping yourself out.
So we're just going to sear this chicken breast. I've got a hot pan over here. We're going to put a little oil in the pan.
Okay. I like your wine glass full of oil.
And we're going to let that go over here. Start cooking the chicken breast. And we're just going to let that cook on both sides so it's done all the way. We'll come back to that later. And the flavors from the rub will be locked into the chicken. And then we'll shred the chicken and put it in the quesadilla.
Perfect.
All right. Get rid of our contaminated chicken stuff.
Yes. Now, in the meantime, what are we doing?
In the meantime, we are now going to make up a fresh salsa.
Okay.
And we're going to add into the dish here some chopped tomatoes.
All right. Any specific kind of tomatoes that you think go best in a salsa?
The ripest tomatoes you can find is always my goal. So now at this time of year is a little difficult, but if you're diligent and you look in the market, or especially the mom and pop markets where they take the time to keep their tomatoes at the right temperature and stuff like that, if you look around, you'll be able to find some ripe tomatoes.
Well, here's my question for you, and if you don't know the answer, I apologize for asking, but when you're walking through the grocery store, 'cause I don't buy a lot of tomatoes, I never know which ones are the ripest. So how do you tell a ripe tomato?
The reddest, softest, but not too soft, but you're looking for that really nice red. And the ones that they sell on the vine or that have the green cap on the top still, that still smell like a fresh tomato. So those are the good ones.
So do you take the cap off and then smell the?
I don't think they like it if you do that in the store, but you know what I mean. It's like
if no one's looking, just turn, take the cap
and all that
off.
Other stuff, but you can, that you're looking for the reddest one is generally going to be
the red. Oh, and that's not too squishy, but just squishy enough.
Just squishy
I
enough.
did not know that.
So and then in the dish here we've got the green onions and the tomatoes, and we're going to just chop these jalapeno peppers. These are out of the jar.
And these are optional too if you're not a big jalapeno fan.
Yeah, not too hot. And we want them to be kind of small pieces so they get in throughout the salsa a little bit.
Now you could probably do too to mix it up. You could do just regular bell peppers or sweet peppers too if you wanted to not get the spice, but just have a little pepper action in there.
In fact, we have a bell pepper right here.
Oh, there you go. Are you going to throw a couple? Thanks, John.
Spread the flavor out so it won't be too hot in case, we don't want Seth to cry.
No, yeah. There's nothing worse than a host crying on TV. I won't do it. I don't think I've cried yet on this show.
No? Oh, we make some hot food one of these times.
Okay, yeah, there's still time.
I'll accept the challenge.
Oh, no.
Now we've got a lime. We're going to put a little lime juice in here.
Okay.
And in most Tex-Mex cuisine, they generally use cilantro. I'm allergic to cilantro. It makes my tongue feel weird. Oh. So I'm just going to use some fresh parsley instead for us today.
That's for the best.
And
cilantro is one of those things. I know Ashley hates the taste of cilantro. My mother hates the taste of cilantro. It's hit or miss. No one just likes it a little bit.
Well, what I had heard was it's a aversion. Like our tongue, if you don't like it, it's because there's something genetically with your tongue.
Really?
And I have a little diced tomato out of a jar here just to wet the salsa up.
It's a good idea. And now you just mix it all up and you're pretty much good to go?
Yeah, so we'll have our nice fresh salsa for later.
And then we're going to team that with our quesadilla, and it's going to taste like $1 million.
Flip that chicken. It's going to keep cooking over here. We got that nice. You can smell that.
It smells
the
real
rub
good.
Right on there.
How much time are we looking at on one of these? Until there's no pink in the chicken. But.
Yeah. Well, you want to cut it open. If you either temperature it to 165 degrees is a safe temperature for cooking chicken, or when you cut it open, there'll be no more red, no more pink. So that's the goal. So by the time we come back later on, this will be completely done, and I'll have it shredded up.
Now I always get nervous when I'm cutting into chicken or a different meat on a pan because you don't want to cut all the way through because that might mess up your pan.
Yeah, definitely don't want. Just assume have another plate and take it off the side and cut it.
Take it off, go back to it. Excellent.
Especially a Teflon coated pan, you definitely don't want to heat it up too much, and you don't want to cut into it with a metal utensil because you don't want to destroy the Teflon. It'll flake off and give you all those cancer-causing stuff.
And no one wants that.
No.
Well, John, keep with it, and we're going to finish up these recipes and maybe add a few more later on in the show.
Excellent.
We are back in the the kitchen with John, and we are finishing up our quesadillas.
All right, so the chicken finished cooking, and I've shredded it up here.
And it smells delicious.
And then I cleaned my pan really nice and lightly oiled. I've been oiling these quesadilla shells.
Oh, I like it when my quesadilla has a nice crisp to it.
The secret to that is to put a little oil on the shell and rub it in really good. And then put it onto the pan and press down.
Oh, I didn't know there was a secret to it.
That's how you get that good crispy shells. You gotta oil the quesadilla. If you just poured the oil in the pan and put it on, it wouldn't get that even coating. But if you lightly coat the quesadilla itself, then we're gonna put some of that smoked cheddar cheese that we were talking about.
Yeah, that you were talking to Seth about earlier. I love cheese, so I was really interested when you guys were talking.
Yeah, it's a really nice cheese. Like I said, it's smoked here in New England to order for us.
And I think Seth's gonna join us here.
I heard smoked cheddar.
Yeah, so we got
And
the
so
smoked
he
cheddar.
came running.
We've been toasting up some of these shells, and we're gonna add just a little bit of green onions.
That adds a nice green color to it.
Some diced tomatoes.
You know, and I think smoked cheese gets a bad rap too. People a lot of times, they don't love the taste, but if something's just slightly smoked, it makes a world of difference, I think.
And now we have some of the applewood smoked bacon.
Oh, you are speaking my language. Cheese and bacon.
And then we're gonna take some of the chicken that we seasoned up here.
And now again, you kind of made a spice mix on your own, but there was cumin in it, there was
Cumin,
chili powder.
Yep, smoked chipotle. Yeah, and we give it a nice flavor. So we've got that in there. And we're gonna drizzle a little bit of the Guinness barbecue sauce we make at the restaurant. I put a little bit of that in here too.
I firmly believe that a quesadilla that you make at home is better than ones you get in restaurants. I mean, I don't know about your restaurant, but what I'm saying is oftentimes it's a piece of cheese and 2 vegetables on a quesadilla, but when you do it at home, you can make exactly the flavors that you love.
Exactly. But at our restaurant, you can order whatever you want. We'll put it in the quesadilla.
Oh,
just for you.
nice.
We're
Well,
family
they
friendly
look
like
good,
that.
and if you make these at your restaurant.
So there we got that. And now we're gonna make a quick salad here. I have a shredded baby iceberg head of lettuce. The lettuce market's crazy right now, but the baby heads are grown in warehouses, so there's a constant supply versus the field lettuce has just had a terrible year.
I did not know that.
So we've got the shredded lettuce, a little bit of ranch dressing,
Okay.
a little bit of salsa,
Oh, so it really is like a taco salad.
and then some shredded cheddar cheese.
You need cheese.
This might be healthier too than making an actual taco salad, because
Green
sometimes those taco shells have a ton of fat in
Yeah,
them.
they really do.
And we put all those ingredients in there. We're just gonna stir that around. We've got a nice taco salad.
Wow, that was a 30-second taco salad.
It was quick.
The salsa and the ranch go together to make a really nice dressing. We call this the Cimarron salad down there because that's a town in northern New Mexico that I toured when I was a Boy Scout. So when I think of out there, I think of Cimarron. So we got that nice salad. So then we're just gonna put on the plate here, put some of the salad we made up.
Oh, and if
That
I
really
may,
easy salad.
throw a quesadilla on there.
Sure.
Look at that.
And there's lunch.
Well, John, thank you so much for joining us today. I cannot wait to dig in. Still